Welcome back to the Haunted Mansion Tournament Expert Division opening round, hole number 15. This is a safe uh, layup on this hole, and it still gives you a good chance at dropping the albatross using a kingmaker. The adjustment for the drive is P3 0% max. We're doing a no move target shot here, so make sure that you have your kingmaker and your APOC selected before you come into the hole. We're going to use max top spin with 3 right spin. So always keep 3 right spin and then grab as much top spin as you can. And we're going to use a quarter ball of right curl and full overpower. It's not a controlled overpower shot, but minor greats have been safe on the drive. You're just going to get different rollouts, depending on what kind of bounce you get. So no move target, max top, 3 right. You're going to adjust into overpower here. So here is the one caveat about this drive. If you have the ability to, and you have the balls, I would recommend, after starting with your P3 ball, that you switch to a P4 ball. And the simple reason for that is, depending on how much headwind angle we get on this drive, if you got a king wind and a heavy headwind angle, there's a possibility that you clip the rough on your first bounce, especially if you have lower level APOC, like APOC 5 and maybe even APOC 6, depending on the amount of headwind. That's the curl I'm using. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to have my center line split the I in half between the K and the N in Kingmaker. So I'm just trying to put my center line right on top of the I as a basic reference for curl, full overpower. I've been averaging around 420 or so on these drives. But like I said, it just depends on how much headwind you get and what kind of bounce you get. The approach shot here plays P3 plus 55% at slider. I'm going to be counting rings from min. So what I'm going to do is add 3 left spin only to start, because I'm always going to use 3 left spin here. And then I'll count rings up from min until I can get the ball guide to start offsetting to the left side of the cup. Depending on where you're set up here, you'll see sometimes you get in that little sticky spot where it doesn't want to let you offset it to the left. If that's the case, then you're going to want to push up and add more backspin, and that will let you offset it further to the left side of the hole. Because with this amount of wind push, even with a 55% elevation, we still need offset left of the cup. So you want to be, like hole high with the tip of your ball guide, but you want to be left of the hole by around a square. So I got a 7.9 wind here, and my offset was, I think, a little bit more than the square. I'm going to snap a picture and zoom in on it. So this will give you an idea of what kind of offsetting you need to do. Now here I did have a little bit of backspin on this, because most of my shots that roll out 420-ish need a little bit of backspin. So I went ahead and started with a little bit of backspin for that reason. But this is the offset. So we got a 7.9 wind. I'm about 4 rings from min here. So I'm really close to min. And this is the offset that I have. So I'm roughly 1 3/4 squares to the left, 1 and around 3/4 with the tip of my ball guide. And the tip of my ball guide is also, like I said, in line with the cup, right? So if you look at the cup, it runs, and you run a straight line to the left, the tip of my ball guide is even with the cup, and then offset left accordingly. 7.9 wind, this is around the offset you'll need. If you have higher winds, obviously you're going to need more offset to the left. Lower winds will need a little bit less. If you get to a point where you can't add any more offset to the left, don't freak out. Don't cost yourself the easy eagle. I would recommend just offsetting it, whatever you can left, and then adding a little bit of left curl if needed to make up the difference for whatever you can't offset. Like I said, sometimes you'll get in a sticky spot where it doesn't want to let that ball guide offset left very easily. Don't sit there and fight it. Just do what you can and then add a little bit of curl. We worst case scenario, we do not want to walk away from this hole with anything less than an eagle. So that's that. I wish you the best of luck. Hope you guys get the drop, and we'll catch you on the next one.